Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Chris Boy's Grandpa Games. Last time around, we were doing our Dantooine quests, and I actually recorded this video already, but I realized I wasn't hitting record when I closed out the game to save. So, here I am again. I'll try to remember to make all the same jokes. Let's go in. Blah blah blah, mercenaries, getting past the kin wraith. He has a pheromone pocket or something. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
I don't know about that.
What? The sensors?
They are vitally important pieces of equipment on tectonically or environmentally unstable regions. But do you really need atmospheric sensors on Dantooine? I'll have this open in no time. Child's play.
Good work, Bayoder.
Together then! Together!
Oh, I need to give this dummy, a weapon. That's right.
I am ready. Defend yourself! This won't take long. Defend yourself! Get this over with.
Hey, here's Master Vrook. He looks angry.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
Ugh. So the mercenaries are branching out into kidnapping now?
This isn't kidnapping, this is bounty hunting. This Jedi is worth a lot of credits on Nar Shaddaa, and we're collecting. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead. Leave now.
Open the cage and let the Jedi out.
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill her before she tries something else.
She's loud. She should be quiet. Oh boy, they are fucked. Why can't I hit her?
This won't take long. This one is mine. Defend yourself!
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
Ugh. Always a pleasure to see you again, Master Rook. I see you still have your cheery disposition.
Is this a joke to you?
Yeah, kinda.
People's lives are at stake. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused.
It's the same careful timing that you were counting on during the Mandalorian Wars.
Did you think rushing into battle against the Mandalorians did anything but bring more harm to the galaxy? It only served to bring about a second war more dangerous than the first. Countless Jedi died in both conflicts, and everyone who followed Revan and Malak died or returned to the dark side. Except, conveniently, you.
Revan and Malak were misguided, but without them, we'd all be speaking Mandalorian.
Enough of this. This is not the time for such arguments. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Kunda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
Alright, you're welcome. Bye. Powered battle armor. Some good loot in here. People keep on leaving grenades in this rubble. Alright. More rubble. Just leave your credits there. No one will find them. Yeah. Surprisingly well lit cave. God damn it.
Together then! This won't take long.
Cutting the disciple in half. Yeah, you need that Zabrak heavy blaster, my friend.
I am ready.
Excuse me. Mandalorian heavy suit.
I am listening.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
This cave is force-sensitive. I've read of places such as this.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Okay. Spiders!
You have left me an opening!
Get him! Alright.
I am listening.
Ugh.
Defend yourself!
F4, F5. Good, that's a good crystal. Don't know what that is really. Elram.
The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed.
What does it mean?
The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Is the bond dangerous?
Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring
Sieve,
into you.
you mean?
This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve.
Okay. Are there any more crystals? I want those crystals out in the lake. Characters sweat for crystals. She's all kinds of healing crystals and shit. Alright, let's get out of here.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
He just has a super evil sounding name. As cool. I have nothing to say to you.
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
Not interested.
You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
I cannot allow your plans to succeed.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
I don't think they can. See, I'm just gonna dispose of them in like the easiest way possible.
This one is mine. I am listening.
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors?
Actually, I found 3 of them.
That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them.
Not so fast. We found a little surprise inside of them.
I was afraid of that. So, how do we do this, then?
Why is there surveillance equipment inside the sensors?
We were picking up off-world transmissions between the mercenaries and someone we don't know who. We know that the mercs are up to something, we just don't know what. We set those atmospheric sensors up to gather information. Now you know why we need those sensors. I'll pay you 5,000 credits for all 3 of them. That's about all we can afford. You make money and help us out at the same time. What do you say?
You need the credits more than me. Call it 3,000.
Yeah, that's admirable of you. Thank you. I'll get this back to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
That was a kind act. It is good to see that one can still show compassion, even after the war.
If I can give assistance, I will.
And that is why I follow you, General. Lead on.
I could probably train Bayodir as a Jedi at this point. Let's give him that sword. That sword is pretty good. Ran the long way around. Way to go. Oh wait, I need to go to the merchant quick. Sell my shit. Run back to the scavenger place. Buy all her white saber crystals. What do you sell? Can't see what you got. Alright. So, that's a damn good suit. Ooh, and it's light armor too. Oh, we have to keep that. Okay, we'll call it at that. Alright, back to the salvager camp. Gonna buy all her lightsaber crystals and lightsaber affiliated bullshit.
You still lurking? If you're not going to... And they're now... So... Yeah. Suit yourself. But... What? Who is that? Oh, you go down into... Certainly.
I want to see what she's selling first. Sigil, take it. Take it. Ooh, no. Yes. 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 Alright, that's all for crystals.
What? Who is that? You go... It's a... Yeah. You've proven very helpful. I have something I have to do.
Okay, I think I need to come back to her later. Right. Back to the Ebonhawk real quick. Oh wait, not back to the Ebonhawk. I think there's a... Is there a workbench in Kunda?
I see you have found the elusive Master Rook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Rook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
Who knows about the attack?
Right now, just us and the militia. I don't want to create a needless panic. But be assured I will make sure that all civilians are warned in time so they can get to safety. Though if we lose this battle, nowhere on Dantooine will be safe for settlers for long.
I'll check out Kunda's defenses then.
Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses...
Master Vrook seems like angry, and the other guy seems like, bored.
I was right about you. You are trouble. But you might... The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize.
Okay,
you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
What can I do to help?
We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done.
Well, what are they?
Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside Kunda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab. But our medic droid is busted, so they're healing slowly. I've had some men lay traps around Kunda, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that could be filled. The side security door to Kunda has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Kunda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight. Maybe die for a cause.
I'm gonna see what I can do.
When you're ready, come back and we can talk.
Theodore, you're gonna do all the work for me. Right, he just sells guns. Private doors can't be opened, only security doors. Nothing in here. Builder. Attack only hostiles. Yeah, open. Pair the droid. Woo, 4 guys. Okay. Oh yeah, there is a workbench in here. Awesome. Excuse me. It's 3 old Sith droids. Or Rakatan droids, to be more honest. Okay, cool. Lightsaber time. Ooh yeah, we're taking that. Where's that Opula crystal? Right there. Oh yeah, I gotta put the Nitrosur crystal in there. Nice. I had to put points into my most useless skill for some reason. One of Krea's lessons, I forget. Well, revitalize, that's it. Sniper shot, no. Toughness. Why don't you have toughness? Need to be tough, Bayoner. Alright. Alright, we're ready for the battle now. Let's talk to who's it.
right about you. The
Alright.
That's good to hear. Fill me in on the details when you're ready to finalize our battle plans. You sure? Alright. Then we got a lot to do.
Now that I fixed all your problems for you.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
So what's the plan?
The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
Tell me about the squads.
First squad is most experienced. The only squad that could go blaster to blaster against the mercs. Second squad has a lot of passion, but no experience. Third squad is new and not trained too well, and they may break in combat. They need a good leader to make them effective. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
Main entrance.
The battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad?
The back, by the garage.
Alright. Where do you want the third squad, the new recruits?
Inside by the administrator's door.
Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership.
I'll take the front.
That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be good to put our best soldier there. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Kunda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
Have you talked with the men?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words.
I think they could use some encouragement.
Alright, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
Remind them that their friends and family are counting on them. What you're about to do is dangerous, but important. Important for friends and family. The enemy wants to take everything that's worth taking from you, and we have to give it all to stop them. So look around you. That's what you're fighting for. Each one of us has to back the other one up. We can win this if we work as a team. Woo!
You're much better with words than me. I think it'll really help. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
We're not going to change the plan, even though they're ready for us. Nameless soldiers, attack! Look at the way I'm going. Same crowd control tactics. Oh, poor disciple. We need to get you trained up, of course. Ooh, let's do my new power. Second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and a little bit worse. What is this guy? What is going on here? Get him! Oh no, we lost a guy. Damn it. Nice.
We've lost too many soldiers. Fall back inside.
Huh. No one else is falling back with me, though. It's weird.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
You can still back away.
You have no idea who you're talking to. I was going to spare your worthless life. I see I was in error. I was trained at Malak's academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
You're such a dick. He resisted this time. Last time I got him with that. Come on, go get him. Don't hurt the droids! Super dead.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from you.
Really? Happy to help.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Please keep the credits and use them to rebuild Kunda, Administrator.
I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
Where are all the Jedi?
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack. We have chosen to hide our presences from each other, so that the discovery of one will not endanger the others. We cannot, and we have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from. But even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them, by letting them believe themselves victorious. We thought they would become bold and step from the shadows.
And then what?
Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far, they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die. You have more questions for me? You have seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge.
I heard it in a hollow transcription of my trial.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
Do you think I have a right to know?
There is little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations would not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. You have more questions for me?
I know the Council didn't cut me off from the Force, and they always get offended when I even ask, so... do you know anything about Force bonds and how to end them?
Force bonds? Yes. It is the bond that grows between master and student. Are you saying you have bonded with another?
Yep, and the connection is lethal.
Such bonds normally grant strength to both, but not to such a degree. Are you certain? Perhaps it is merely what you believe. Still, your ability to form such connections, to influence others, was always a subject of discussion, even when you were a student here. Perhaps it is a punishment of a sort. But a bond that ties two lives together, such bonds do not seem natural to me. And with your loss of connection to the Force, it seems such a connection would be impossible.
But I've reestablished my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often the subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. You have more questions for me?
The Sith have revealed themselves.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders.
Well, they exist, and they attacked me.
Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
I don't know. They believe me to be a Jedi. If I take this option, like, no new dialogue appears.
For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am
Cylindrical
curious as to how
dialogue
they would
trees.
know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me?
No. How are we going?
I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. Now watch and learn. This form is a Taru. Because it is such an aggressive fighting style, you should only use it against single opponents. And don't try using this form amidst heavy fire. Nothing is more embarrassing for a Jedi than to be cut down by a stray blaster shot. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
Wham! I got a lightsaber from him. That's awesome. Nice. I love it. Alright. That's Dantooine. F4. F5. Let's head back to the Ebon Hawk.
Unnecessary observation.
Oh, God.
Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. Then bring about the termination of hostilities.
Oh, boy.
This one is mine.
Can you guys decide what you're gonna do? Please.
Systems failing, Master.
Alright, let's see if I can talk to Mikau.
I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
I didn't want to leave the exile. Or I didn't want to leave the Order, dummy. I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
And why do you think I would choose such a thing?
I do not know. That is a question best answered by yourself. But it is you who made the choice to turn away, not them.
I don't believe it.
I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
You sure I haven't met you before? You look familiar.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you.
That's dumb.
I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of the Force, how to hear it sing within others, within the life around Dantooine. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And
Everybody
then you
had a
went to
crush
war.
on her, is what
Many
you're trying
Jedi
to
went
say.
to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance.
But the Force... You turned away from the Jedi because of me?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
I'm sorry that my leaving for war had such consequences on your future. I could train you to feel the Force again.
It is not time.
Oh God.
If there ever is a time.
So, what are you doing for the Republic then? Why is this double clicking? Okay, why'd they choose you?
I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them for a good portion of my life. And now that...
Have you had any luck?
I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance. Only my own inability to find them. While the Enclave trained me for many things, I am afraid that the life of a bounty hunter was not among them. I suspect my turning away from the Force is also a hindrance in such cases. I imagine the Jedi would be easier to find if I still maintained my connections to the Force.
I found one of the lost Jedi.
You have? Where have they gone? And why? Like you? Curious. It is unlike the Jedi to vanish when the Republic is in need of them, and the Republic is more in need of them now than ever.
I think they've gone in search of what made the rest of the lost Jedi vanish.
What was that? Do you know?
I believe Sith assassins have been stalking the Jedi, murdering them one by one.
Perhaps the Sith have learned from Malak's defeat and have chosen a different tactic. It is like them to strike from the shadows. This has Revan's mark in things.
But I thought Revan redeemed himself by defeating Malak.
Yes, but there is much of Revan's legacy that was not undone in the Jedi Civil War. I suspect these assassins are one of them. Master Vandar spoke of these assassins in the council chambers. They were used before large assaults on planets and Jedi to weaken them. That is hardly surprising.
I need to gain another influence point with him, and then he'll do it. Blah, blah, blah. Can I do it now?
Yes, is something... That is... It is not time.
Okay. A message from Kilborn. What is it?
I received an urgent communication for you from Kavar. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
So Kavar is trying to reach me. I expected as much. should return the Dachshund as soon as possible.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No, no problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some
Always with the details, aren't you?
It's like Captain
You can't
Toxic,
fool me.
Toxic
You have some
Masculinity versus
agenda.
Captain Sim.
Spying on her. Always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect. And the strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
She's a hot
and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out. And another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys who run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
I thought she was the hero.
What are you studying?
The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more.
It's difficult to turn away from the suffering of others. That's why you must help them when you can.
You are right. But there is something more at work here. The attacks on KOTOR, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong, but I cannot pinpoint what. It's like their connections have become sickened, damaged. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand, and then it just slips away.
Okay, cool. Alright. We have... Oh, he's in Joey's old spot. Workbench. Upgrade. Short lightsaber. Alright, it's gonna be... We are gonna give Vissus a yellow lightsaber with a fond crystal, and she can have that sigil that I paid way too much money for. Gonna give Kreia the short lightsaber, so let's pull out Kreia and Vissus real quick. We're almost done. We're not gonna be, Oh, great. Again. Well, this has been Chris playing Grandpa Games with another goddamn crash. We're at an hour. I saved a little while ago. Ugh. Whatever. Have a great night. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. Blah, blah. Standard. Exit. Bye.